I get forced to get hammer. Wow. That's good. Alright, we got some moving going on. The shortcut again is this way. That's a good one. That's a good start. And they get 3 bombs to start with in their first chest.
That's very nice.
Well, maybe not
Especially
so nice. Uncle can have 10 bombs. They actually added 10 bombs to the pool in general, just so Uncle can give you those 10. They took out one of the 3 bombs to make up for it. Alright. What are they going to have to go to escape with? It's gonna be the Cane of Berta! Oh, fun times!
Ooh.
Now, a little bit of fun fact. On easy mode, you will actually have infinite magic if you're given a magic weapon.
Oh.
Just for escape.
Oh, specifically for escape?
Yeah, but this is not on easy, so they will not have that luxury, so they have to manage their magic. Or else risk a soft block.
There's a lot of new things in this version, huh?
Yes. The old standard is still around, you just have to set it to Uncle required now. And a little bit of minor divergence, some people checking the left hallway, someone's checking the right. I'm not sure which is faster.
Although it does seem to fill your magic when you pick it up. Is that?
Yeah.
It's just an Uncle thing?
Yeah, it's... it would be kind of bad if Uncle gave you a Cane of Burn as a weapon and you didn't have any magic.
Yeah.
And there's the hook shot!
Ooh. That's a very nice find.
Yeah.
To go with your bombs.
Now watch Swamp be a pendant.
Mm-hmm. Still, it's nice because they'll get to check on that stunt prize right away. If it's something good, that's good.
Yeah, the
It'd be nice to have some rupees early on. Yeah.
The cane does deal fire sword damage, which is why it is part of the weapons. That is the same card! Wow! All the one-offs. Yeah, you can see that their magic is getting kind of low there on Dragon Strike's end. Meanwhile, Chizami has managed to use their magic pretty effectively.
And I never realized the cane just felt so good to use in the escape.
Yes, and people are wondering, this is not Key Sanity, this is not retro, so we will have vanilla keys in their vanilla dungeons.
Interesting, making use of the pots instead of the cane.
Well, they're trying to conserve magic, which makes complete sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have one more enemy they have to kill, and that's the rat. And that has the key.
Yeah. That's good thinking.
Plus, the cane only does fighter sword damage, so imagine how many hits it would take to kill one of those.
8.
Yeah, it would take a lot of hits. And that would also, in turn, consume a lot of magic, so it's a little bit more efficient to use the pots.
Yeah, a little bit. Although, the nice thing about the cane is, even though it costs a lot to initiate the cane usage, it drains really slowly once it's active.
Yeah, even slower than the cape, but it does generate a fair amount of lag, which is its drawback in the terms of races like this. It's more of an offensive invulnerability item, and that's its intent.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of enjoy using the cane against blind. Just hug him to death with the shield.
I do really love that it doesn't necessarily have to be a sword anymore to get through escape. I guess they could use the hook shot as well on the rats, couldn't they? Does that one shot them?
Yes, actually.
Sweet.
Hookshot only has 3 things it can do to enemies. It can either stun, kill, or nothing. And a couple of the runners have gotten lucky with some extra bombs, so they'll have those to clean up the remainder of Kakariko if they go that direction. And Dragon Strike going back to get that one bomb. Every bit of resource counts. And 10 arrows,
Yeah.
piece of heart, and a heart container, so not bad.
Although they do have pretty nice offensive capabilities right now. Although not necessarily like a permanent weapon. Like all of them are pretty much consumables besides the hookshot, which only kills some enemies. But the enemies they need to kill early on die to hookshot. So
yeah, but unfortunately the guards are not going to be so easily. Last time it's a piece of heart, and let's move on. Everything plays out just like it does in open mode from here on. They'll have to look for a sword, but they at least have a couple of decent items to start with. Now the question is, what is our pendants and crystals looking right now in the light world? We'll have to see a map check. Hearts from the poultry. And this is interesting. We see Dragon Strike going straight to the Lost Woods to get the items. Meanwhile, Chizami and Files are checking Lumberjack. And it's just a big 20. We don't have to fight Aghanim for that rupee. And there's the mirror, and the lamp was also in... Wow!
oh wow.
Lamp and mushroom mirror in the thieves' hideout.
It's a pretty convenient seed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a sword.
Yeah, no guarantees this is going to be a fast seed, but this is.
But one thing that
feels
does
good
worry...
for a start.
Yeah, but the thing that worries me though is that the lamp. We got the lamp early.
Good point.
This
and
would be an Agassi, but we'll have to wait to see if we can find a couple swords of the Moon Pearl first.
technically possible the Moon Pearl could be on Pyramid.
Oh,
very low chance, but
and
possible.
we have the magic boomerang
Hmm.
over on Dragon Strike's end, so everyone's gonna be picking that up sooner or later. I kind of like it, and just some more expansions as well. And unfortunately, most of our runners don't actually have money for the bottle merchant. So let's see what's in here. Oh wow, that was a bad position on Dragon Strike for that bomb. There's our hammer!
Nice.
So find a glove, rip Aga.
They have all of Kakariko to find 100 rupees, so it's a decent chance they'll find
Was that
some.
the ice rod or the
chests.
fire rod? I couldn't like catch it.
I'll have to double check with another racer.
Ice rod. So that's pretty much every one-off item we have accounted for, except for maybe the bow. So this is a very interesting start. They are literally a glove upgrade away from checking the mountain, and then a moon pearl from after that for Dark World.
Yeah, wow. They got weapons, they got navigation convenience in the dark world.
And there's a chicken
Until-
clip. Oh, wow! That's a rare sight. Getting the chicken all the way to the second room. And a blue mail for his reward. I think his run is blessed with that chicken clip, though. That was a great one.
I think Dragon Strike wins in our hearts, at least. So they're all pretty much going the same route, which makes a lot of sense, but
That is Flippers at Race Game. Hello.
probably after South Shore, I'm thinking we'll probably have some divergence. Have some people going to Eastern. If we find Glove, we may see people going up the mountain first.
I think Jisk actually got the soft lock. He had to save and quit.
Oh no.
It's kind of unfortunate that, but it'll cost him not that much time.
Huh.
That's actually also the first time I've seen the soft lock.
Insane.
Out of all the times I do chicken clip just because I feel like it, I've never won soft locked, and I've actually gotten it through the other side 3 times.
So with Flippers at Race Game, what are the odds we see a fake Flippers?
None. There's the glove.
Oh.
And there's a piece of heart, or not a piece of heart, a heart container being drowned in the dam.
Does that technically count as the sank heart?
No, we already had the same card. It wasn't an escape. Dragon Strike only had a half a heart, and I noticed him get fully refilled.
It's just a sunk heart.
$20, 3 bombs, 20, 50. And there's the 10 bomb prize.
Hey.
That is the one that Uncle can potentially give you at the start of Escape Now on this randomized swords. We didn't see it this time though, and there's a map check, and I completely missed it, but it looks like we have Pendant at Eastern. And the boots in Sarhasa!
Nice.
And it looks like crystals for the other 2 locations. One of them is apparently 5 and 6, so that'll be really great to find. And we're seeing a hobo check here.
It's the second time I've seen boosts in Sahasrara. Or, Sarachasoth. Whatever his name is.
Alright, so we're seeing the first chest here of Escape, and it is the compass. Which means there is an item that's locked either behind Armos or in the dark room. And yeah, we will know if it's silvers because their arrow icon on their consumables up there will change to being the silver arrow if they find it. And we're seeing a lot of divergence here. We're seeing someone go up we're seeing Chizami go up the mountain. Dragon Strike 1988 in the Ice Rod Cave. Find 20 rupees. And we see Files checking through Eastern. So let's see which play works out for which runner. Files getting a little bit of money. Not bad. Dragon Strike looks like they're going to go check Waterfall Cave as well as Zora Ledge. Does not have the money to pay Zora himself. And ooh, a single rupee for Files.
I don't know if you noticed, but Old Man had the pearl.
Oh, wow.
So that's Dark World access for Chisame.
Yeah, and the question is now, when will our runners decide to check there? Well, there's also a sword on Spectacle Rock. So Chisame made an absolutely perfect choice here, going there first.
Yeah,
I see Bombos there on the Zora Ledge as well.
That's a nice little head start for him.
And there's the third line for Files, finding the half magic. And we see Chisame in Tower Hera, looking around, finding some items. Gets the big key right away. And we just see the map there. Now, Chisame is hoping to not see the small key here, I think. They want to not see the small key. Because that'll put an item in the basement, and that'll cost him a little bit of time if he wants to check that.
Although, if I'm not mistaken, the small key can be in the basement now.
Yes, that's why I'm saying, oh, but there it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and this is a risky bomb jump that Shizame's doing, but they get it first try, and 20 rupees there.
Alright,
so
as long as Compass isn't on, hold on.
That was a lightning fast bomb jump setup, too. I have not seen that one before. Very nicely done. Now, the only thing I didn't like from Chisame's play here is all those pots there behind those barriers are actually hearts, and they're kind of low. I would have actually liked to have them in case I fall to Troll Dorm. Especially when you're at,
Jeez, yeah.
this much health. Doing hammer strats here, 3 hits. Dragon Strike now with their boots, heading towards Eastern. Files finishing up the South Shore. Oh, but there's a compass. The second item is in the basement. Thankfully, does hit the lamp, so that is not, so that is available to them, but that is still, no one likes the timer. Let's just be real. But Chisame, 20 minutes in, on the board with their first crystal. And choosing not to do coffee break strats.
Sometimes it's nice to have a little fun down there.
Yeah. It's still early, so there's no time. You don't need to have the break just yet.
In a pretty healthy seat as well.
Yeah, they
basically
have
one dungeon in and have 9 hearts already.
Yeah, and also they have the blue mail, so they have essentially double that health.
Yeah.
All right, what is in this chest? The single arrow! Oh, man!
He found it. He wins.
Jixon now has Bombos. Gonna save and quit.
It's interesting. 2 players went to Zora's domain without 500 rupees.
Yeah, but they're getting all those checks in, and no one likes paying the king of ripoffs.
True.
Miles now has the Moon Pearl. You know, Chisami's going to check. Well, it's not going to be too slow anymore because they have the boots, but still not. Oh no, wait! Chisami actually doesn't have the boots. Never mind. They went up the mountain first. They have to do the walk of shame.
They're up on Skyloft Island.
Ether's up on the floating island, so once we find that second level, we'll be good. And there's our Dark Worlds. We have Myra and Ice has our other two pendants. And our Thieves Town Chris is our Crystal 6.
That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, that's really
Miles now
nice.
has a
They already
sword.
have Tower of Hera.
And Chisami does have that sword there. I don't know why our trackers forgot to mark that. Oh well.
That's only fighter sword.
It's only fighter sword. There's a bottle for Dragon Strike. Checking the Bonk Rocks. Three bombs. Bomb booster for Chisami. And also, our container, 3 hundo, and 3 more bombs.
Yeah, so that Moon Pearl and sword right off the bat might lead Chisame into the Dark World away from the boots, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate. One of us always lies. I like how the Lumberjacks have randomized English text now.
Yeah.
I assume the other one says one of us only tells the truth. Zami now getting their map information. And let's see if Hype Cave has any worth to its name this time. Really depends on the mode, let's be real. I don't expect too much from this.
Yeah, it usually has a lot more value in Key Sanity, where there are a lot more keys in the overworld.
Well, Powder's interesting. Master Sword!
There you go. Pretty good.
And just some extra money on top of that. Okay, so a little bit of hype. They have the means to stay
2 out of 5
alive
good
now.
items.
They have the means to stay alive. And they have the sword requirement to beat the game. Not by the logic standpoint, that it's actually tempered, but... They have the means to fight the pig.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonably hype.
And wow! Chisame is going straight into Swamp Palace here. We do have everything we need for this, I just realized.
Wow. That's really interesting.
And Files is doing coffee rake strats. Everyone else is in Hera, but Chisame is already in Swamp.
Although, importantly, in Swamp without boots. Although Eastern wasn't particularly great. That little closet back there was pretty good.
Yeah. So another 300 for Chisame. And unfortunately, Aga 1 is dead, but Aga 2 is not. At least not in this mode, I don't think.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as you get hammer and nothing in lumberjacks.
Well, I mean, once you have the hammer, yeah, it's pretty much access door. Oh no, Jixon! Taking the double fall of the troll dorm. That one's especially
no.
painful. What was I getting at? Oh yeah. I actually forgot. Dang. But yeah, Dark World access is something that is really good. Yeah, I remember what I'm saying. Of course I do. Tempered for Chisame. Yeah. Hammer flippers, if they didn't find either one of those they could have had to do Aga for pod access, but that's not the case here, obviously. But yeah, something else I should probably mention is something else we have for E29. There's actually a new goal, but we do not have that on right now. The crystals goal. You actually just, it's exactly what you think it is. You just collect the crystals and then you go straight to Ganon. No need to go to GT.
Interesting.
Although I think in terms of this, you would still have to fight Ganon anyway, or Aga 2 anyway, to open up the pyramid. And Files is now in the Dark World, heading towards Hype Cave. Meanwhile, we see Dragon Strike running around and dodging tiles. Jixon is about to start their tile room.
Yeah, with Kana Barney and Magic Powder, Hookshot, a Tempered Sword already. This is in a pretty friendly seed.
Yeah, Argus is gonna just melt here.
So it looks like we're not going to need the flute because Meyer is a pendant.
Well,
We will need the
is still nice
cane.
to have.
Yeah. We're always going to need the bow.
And wow, big key on Argus. That means it's a forced overload to get every item out of Swamp.
He skipped left side, huh?
Yeah, but going back in. That's
Okay.
actually something else I should probably mention because it's relevant. They actually changed how the mechanics here in Swamp work. Now, you just have to leave the dungeon if you flood the key. Instead of having to reset all the water at once. Resetting to a different screen means you just have to change the floodgate again. And the second room, the one that you can't flood the key, will stay flooded permanently. Because there's no way you can flood the key. At least in that room.
It's very interesting. I don't know about that because you basically leave the dungeon when you beat Argus. And there's kind of an obscure route where you set up the left side and then fight Argus. But if you were to do that now, I guess you would have to set up the left side again.
Well, it don't mean too much because you just have to come over here and flip the switch.
Yeah, true.
But they just made it so that you don't have to leave the screen if you flood the key. We got a shield for Shazame. Little plastic shield. That plastic shield's surprisingly sturdy, though. It can block even a spear being chucked at you at full force. Not to mention an arrow.
I don't know how full force it is. You could almost outwalk it.
I suppose that's also true. And we're seeing our first check of Bottle Kid. Bottle Kid only having 3 bombs. Shazami finding the compass. So that means this is the last item here. And it's the other single rupee. Wow. Not worth this time. But,
you gotta check it, though. Can't leave things behind this early.
Yep, it's randomized. You don't know.
I mean, you can, but...
Oh, now this is interesting. We are seeing our first look at the Village of Outcasts through Dragon Strike. So, unfortunately for him, he will not be getting his Master Sword.
Oh, wow. Luckily, in Thieves' Town, it doesn't matter that much, because at least Blind takes the same amount of damage, no matter what weapon you use.
I would argue that the Zazax, the lizard-like enemies in there, they require. I would like to have at least Master Sword to at least kill the blue ones from 1 hit.
That is certainly nice. At least with boots in foot, you could just dash through them, kinda. But
yeah.
They can still shoot you as you're coming back.
Yeah, there's our first item in Skull Woods. It is a heart container. And Shazame is now checking the Zora's domain. We shall see if skipping Zora was a good thing for Dragon Strike or a bad thing. Zora, what are we paying 500 rupees for today? We are paying them 5 rupees.
Hey.
Just gonna leave that there. Shazame's gonna walk away and say, screw you.
With, 400 rupees remaining. That's enough for the rest of the game, so.
Yeah, although, one could argue that you probably want a little bit more for potion money.
Yeah. But is it worth the animation? I don't know.
And this is a nice strat here from Dragon Strike, using bombos to kill them. And wait a minute, the fire rod? Where was that?
That was in Swamp. Wait, not Swamp. I want to say Paradox Cave, maybe.
I completely missed
Jason
it.
Doesn't have it, so. Oh no! Oh, it was in Spiral Cave.
Oh, I completely missed it.
Apparently, I guess Jixon did as well? I hope not.
Yeah, Jixon has the fire rod.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay attention more, jeez. Anyway, Dragon Strike is fighting the moth!
Well, 3 of us, really.
And releases the bee! Get him, bee! Oh, he ran away, coward!
Yeah, I mean,
fight for the one who
fight
released
sword, you might as well.
Stay and fight for the one who released you.
Yeah, actually, releasing the bee against Mothula is actually pretty dangerous, because it knocks him around pretty erratically, so it could knock Mothula right into you.
Well, they're guaranteed
it's also
to have
really
silver
entertaining.
arrows. That's where the
Nice.
moth dropped. And it is a crystal, so they are not going to be able to avoid that. And we are getting up towards 40 minutes of this run. Make sure to give these 4 runners here that we are featuring a follow. They are putting on an excellent race for us today, along with several other people who are in the background as well. This is a 30-plus entrant race. Catfish only having a heart container. And Bumper Cave not really worth it either. Only 5 rupees.
I know some people who will never do catfish, so gonna give them a pretty big advantage.
Alright, first look at Graveyard Ledge here from Dragon Strike. Let's see what's there. Meanwhile, Chisame and Files are working their way through Skull Woods. It's a green potion. Alright, not bad to have. It's an added safety when you're dealing with something like Trinex.
And so I'm looking through the items they still need and the pendant dungeons they may not need, and thinking of that pedestal, and it's looking like the only thing that could be there that would be needed would be a medallion for Turtle Rock.
Yeah,
It would
I
have to
completely
be
agree with
quick.
you. They cannot have find Samaria or the bow there because of Eastern and Maya, respectively.
And we know Ether is on Skyloft in Death Mountain, so
So yeah, once we confirm Quake's location, Pettis might as well be dead.
mhm.
So unfortunately, folks, no Petsy today. Oh well.
Oh wow, that torch just did not want to light.
And Dragon Strike has now found the button and has the ability to do swag strats. If they so desire. Moth is on down for Chizami, and Files is working on the Moth right now themselves.
Jixon gonna be happy finally getting his boots.
Yeah, the only one not the last person to find the boots, unfortunately. Oh no, wait, Chizami hasn't found boots. Never mind. Has yet to been over to
Chisame got
Eastern.
early Dark World access.
Yeah, Chizame made the Death Mountain route. I forgot. And a piece of heart at the chess game.
There is a chance boots won't be required, but they'll certainly make up the time it takes to get them.
Alright, now we're seeing our first look into Thieves Town here. Bottle version purchase, just 20 rupees. Oh, now there's the Book of Medora. That opens up a few things here.
Yeah, a few things.
They can check the ped and confirm once and for all that if it's Quake on ped. And then they just have to check Turtle Rock later.
There's also the tablets and Desert Palace.
Yes. Unfortunately, Dragon Strike cannot claim the items from the tablets. Does not have the Master Sword. You need at least that or higher.
By the time he makes his way down to Bombo's tablet, though, he'll probably find the sword in Hype Cave.
Alright, no small key, so unfortunately cannot do what I like to do is the fast route. I just gamble that the big chest is nothing.
Wow.
And I just use the small key to go to the front, and then I grab the small key as I take Blind into his room.
Yeah, that's a dangerous gamble. But I don't know.
Yeah, but they have the hammer. There's no reason for them to do that.
If you don't have the hammer, it makes a lot of sense.
I think Dragon Strike, I kind of messed up his menuing there. And we're seeing Jixon. Jixon is yeah, that's what I thought. Going to go ahead and get these rubies over here. Nice little stash. Interestingly enough, they can still do Houlihan, but it requires the bomb jump strategy.
You know, with that key from the Igor, Jixon also has the option to just skip the key on the right side as well.
That's a bad idea.
Well, I guess he's skipping half magic too. Just mirroring out. Right.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did that. There's a small key to the big chest.
I kind of like that you need a small key for the big chest in this dungeon.
I see that someone's asking what's the best standard to play Rando on. SNES 9X, probably the most recommended one. Basically, there's just a whole bunch of different emulators you can use. There's a couple of ones that aren't viable in races because they don't emulate lag properly, from what I understand.
Yeah. Back in the day, ZSNES used to be really popular, but it's way faster than console, so it's not allowed.
And Blind goes down and has that's a strange item for a blind person to have, a compass. How the heck do you have a? Is that a braille compass or something?
Electromagnetism sensory. I don't know.
I mean, blinding this braille map makes sense, but the compass doesn't make any sense at all. And we're seeing Jixon dipping into Pod. And Foundling's the mushroom there, apparently. Interesting. Didn't get from Dragon Strike, though.
Actually, it kind of makes sense that Blind would have the compass, because the compass is what shows you where Blind is. Probably doesn't want you to know.
Yeah. And we're just seeing a key for key there on Jixon's end. And we're seeing the Haunted Grove ledge. And today it has a bomb booster. Boyle sure the boots were on Sarasla in the back room. And we're seeing a powder check here from Chazame. And a piece art there.
And we may soon have a Pyramid Fairy check as well with Blind and Moldorm defeated.
Yep, we're already seeing the bomb being traversed. Jackson finds the big key. And the flute. Not necessary, but I have seen pendant dungeons be required far more common than you would think. And Jackson is playing the odds, going to go for the 3 chests over here, including the big chest, instead of the single one-off chest in the Harmless Hellway. Pyramid has a hard piece. I see a bomb booster on Jackson's end. Pyramid Fairy has the shovel and 20 rupees. And not too much value thus far.
On the bright side, you can still do the shovel dash.
Smashy, that is actually not true. Flute actually opens up a couple of items in the mire area. Because you cannot actually reach mire without the flute. So there's 2 items in the mire shed, as we call it, as well as Checkerboard Cave. Has 1 more for us.
Yeah, in addition to 2 items in mire itself.
Well, that depends if we can get in there.
Alright. Yeah, I guess 1 in 3 chance. You do still need the Titan's mitts as well, though.
Ah, yes, that's right. Gotta find those first.
Wouldn't that be embarrassing if it were Ether medallion required?
Yes. Hang on a moment.
Alright. So, unfortunately, nothing from Pyramid Fairy. Probably not gonna dip into Ice Palace being a pendant. At least not as a first dip.
Alright, we saw 20 rubies on the Bombos for that, but now we're gonna see what Agan has.
Yeah, Desert's gonna be a pretty good play. It's a crystal. It's got 2 items, and 1 on the ledge. And of course, this dude with his bombable wall. Oh yeah, although Chisame, who's in Desert, which may be boots locked, does not have boots.
Oh, but sees the red man on the ledge. That'll be
Ooh.
nice to have.
Wonder if we'll probably get that. It's not that long a trip.
I do like the Marissa sprite for the entering desert. Just reading good the book. And Chisame is boots locked out of desert.
Oh, dang.
And Dragon Strike is finally checking South Dark World, which includes the Swamp Palace.
And File's already caught up, basically. In terms of crystal count and items.
Shazame is going to the Dark World. As much as I hate to say it, I like this play. Because... Oh, I don't like that, actually. I thought they were going to go over to Palace of Darkness and then Mirror. But this works too. Taking the bomb.
Yeah, and then from there you could go to Pod. Or Catfish if you really wanna.
So it's going to be fairly interesting to see where our next bit of logic is. And that's a big key on the torch in Desert. So Files now is the one to watch here, as they are making headway. Jixon did not cash in the stream, actually, to my knowledge. So that'll be an interesting thing to check. Bow in Desert!
Alright.
And the Harpy's the other item. So that's going to point Files directly to Pod, and maybe even Eastern as well, to do the green pendant.
I don't know if I would bother this close to go mode though. You just need Kane.
Well, Files
and
doesn't currently
find
know
out
where...
what the... Oh, and Mitts.
Well, the thing is, Files does not know where any of the medallions are. He might have checked where Ether is, but he does not know about Quake or Bombos. So he might think or Sir Hostler, rather, has one of them and he needs it. Or for all we know, Sir Hostler could be holding the Titan's Mint. And Chisabe gets their boots. Finally. Last of our feature board to do so.
Yeah, they could use them to kick themselves for putting this off for so long.
And it looks like they are heading right back to Desert.
Where was Bombos?
Bombos was at Zora Ledge.
Oh, right. Okay. I could see that in the near future for Files.
Which begs the question, if he doesn't... I don't think Files has been up to the Zora's domain, which is why I said he doesn't know where it is.
Yeah.
Because everyone had flippers early on. He would have checked that and grabbed it immediately.
Yeah, he didn't have 500 rupees, so it makes sense that he would skip it.
And we see Jixon fighting the moth. And we see Chizami going back into Desert to finish what they started. This is a smart play because we know the bow is there. Files will be checking Big Bomb.
So Pod doesn't really have much. Well, I guess he could access 2 more chests that Jixon and Dragon Strike weren't able to.
That is true, but more importantly though, pod is a crystal and it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And again, there's also the fact that you can just sync it up with getting the green pendant and turning it into Sarasa while you're in the area. But once again, folks, as far as Ped goes, it can only be Quake if Meyer is not Quake. Files has Kiki the monkey. Time to head into Palace of Darkness for them.
And all 3 items from Eastern, so I'm thinking it's very unlikely that I'll bother to get the green pendant.
Well, again, he's in the area, or they're in the area rather, and it might
True.
be more time if they end up checking other areas and just realize, oh, I could have got this, and then it turns out to be something they needed.
Yeah, especially without flute.
Which we know files will be getting here in Dark Palace.
Oh. I totally missed that.
Yeah, the only person to have the flute is Jixen, and they are the only because they went into the basement with the blue rupees.
Nice. Okay.
What Foz has left? I can think of a couple of things. One of which is Ether Tablet. There's also Spike Cave.
Mm-hmm. Kind of surprised it's just not going right side immediately.
There are there's a question in chat. Bam SCW, there's 4 channels that are currently active. Spike Cave had a heart piece. Jixen went there. Okay, didn't see that.
Yeah, there's also... Is it ALTTPR?
Yeah, ALTTPR
or ALTTP Randomizer?
Yeah, ALTTP Randomizer is we got our own set of channels there.
And then 2 through 4 as well. And there's also Randomania, which is it doesn't have very much a link to the Path Randomizer, but a lot of other randomizers as well.
Yeah.
Those are interesting to check out.
Basically,
if, like Final Fantasy.
If there's a randomizer fix that you want, there's a lot of places you can look.
Yeah,
let's just go say that.
It's really blown up in the last year.
But yeah, make sure to give all of the speed game channels here a follow, as well as our runners here. They've been putting on a great show. And of course, make sure to also give a huge thank you to the man behind Speed Gaming, Feasel, for keeping everything running here. Oh yeah, I should also mention us here on the commentary side, Jagger G and myself, Wolfling0270. And don't forget our trackers, Maxi Mini and Bhutan. They also deserve a follow for keeping all of our information straight. And a little frustration slash there as Files finds the flute.
So has Jixon gone through the mire area yet?
Jason cannot go to the mire area because
Right.
they do not have the Titans men. We are still looking for that. And that is most likely gating our progress.
I was wondering why I didn't remember that. I've had that thought like 3 times, and I was like, nope, still no mates. Nope, still no mates. Oh, how about now? Nope, still no mates.
Looks like we will be seeing. Files making a little bit of a technical error there. Forgot to hit the switch.
So the last item being on Helmosaur King, that could very well be the mitts that we need.
It could be the mitts. It could be Quake. But it's more than likely the mitts. Because at this
You
point,
can't do the smithy trip without the mitts either. So thus you can't do the purple chest either.
yeah, mitts are locking way too many items right now. It has to be mitts. And if it's not, I will be surprised. But that also means that mitts are behind one of our fetch quests we have yet to do.
Ether Tablet or Spike Cave.
Sarasla and Mushroom as well. We have yet to see the Mushroom turn in.
Right.
A catfish was checked. Heart container. Nice turtle room from Files. And here we go with Files' Helmosaur King fight. Let's see how they do. And we're getting confirmation that Spike Cave was indeed a heart piece, so it's literally Ether Tablet, Helmosaur King, Mushroom, or Sarasala.
Yeah, it's only one of those 5,000 locations.
And Helmosaur King has 20 rupees. It's time to go on a fetch quest.
Oh dear.
And the question is, which fetch quest is Files going to pick? Sarasala is the closest.
Yeah.
And I honestly...
Although probably the slowest, to be honest.
I would get it done right now, though. All the same. And it looks like that's exactly what Files is doing.
Okay.
You're gonna waste even more time having to walk back here if you guessed wrong. And that's exactly what exactly my thinking. I completely agree with this play. Just get it done, then you can go get the flute online, flute to 2, get the mushroom, and then flute to 1, go and check ether, if that is actually where we need to go.
Yeah, no matter how long it takes, it either is or it isn't, so you gotta check it anyway.
And with the silvers, fighting the Armazite is actually going to be relatively painless. Well, at least for Files. No one has done a pet check G Mario, but at this point, it can only be a
Quake Medallion specifically.
Yeah, it can only be Quake Medallion, and even then, that's only if Mire is not Quake.
And even then, it might not be needed for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, so Pet is more or less on life support. It needs to be that 1 in a million shot here. Oh, and this is something I actually liked Files doing. He actually was buffering there a little bit. So that when the Armos lance became active, he could hit them with an arrow immediately. Very nicely done. I actually been doing that myself. And unfortunately, we've had a forfeit. Real life stuff came up and one of our racers had to leave, so the field has shrunk just a little bit. It's a shame that all of our racers couldn't finish, but hey, not there. Sarasa giving money. Frustration lashes abound, but okay, that's a good rage. That's a good rage, I approve. And Files is not getting the flute online. Interesting. I would have done that first and then fluted up here afterwards. Sure, it's about a minute detour, but it would have been just clean routing at that point. Oh well, I'll say looking then. Probably forgot about the flute. Dragon Strength, now with their mushroom.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's up here. You won't actually need the flute.
Well, it's mushroom.
You have like,
They will be
you
checking
have
Strike first,
nothing
though.
left to check.
But yeah, the reason why I would got the flute online, even though it doesn't check anything, because I could just go to 2, turn the mushroom, go with a 1, clean up the mountain spots I have left. I was thinking actually, flute, shroom, ether, spike their sports, but that works too, I guess.
They'll probably be safe quitting to Link's house to turn in the shovel as well. Before
going to use the flute.
Okay.
Which makes sense. Yeah, gonna activate the flute so that they can warp to 2, which will put them right in front of the potion shop. And just get around the map just a little bit faster in general. And at this point, it has to be the mushroom. There's almost nothing left in the overworld.
I don't. Oh, Ice Palace. Oh no, Ice Palace requires myths. I assume Floating Island was checked already.
Floating Island, that's where Ether is.
No, the in Hylia.
Oh, that one, yeah. The Hylia Island was checked. That's Hylia Island, not floating. But yeah. I believe it was just 20 rubies on the island. Wasn't anything important. Oh, Foz is doing their Dark World North checks.
Oh. Unfortunate.
I mean, they didn't have the information, so they don't know, but... It's gonna take a little bit longer to get that mushroom turned in. Alright, Shazame now has turned in the pendant, and looks like they are going to go get their flute online as well.
I think Files may just do Catfish and Zora after this as well.
Well, that's sort of good for Files, because they will be getting Bombos for this. Oh, have we not seen Kingston yet, actually, now that I think about it?
Seen what?
Have we seen King's Tomb?
King's Tomb, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, it was just bombs. It's the items that you don't really care about that you forget.
Any second now. We'll check. Oh yeah, I guess he would check Mushroom on the way to Catfish. Huh? Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that works a lot in Files' favor. And Files will be rewarded with... Yep, there they are, the Titan Smiths, and Frustration Slashes Abound. Luckily for him, or Files though, that is their first. They are the first of the Feature 4.
Mm-hmm. With 6 crystals in hand as well. Not opting to buy potions, which is fine with half magic and 14 hearts and
Well,
red
they
mail.
only have 1 extra bottle. I guess I could get a blue potion, but that's about it.
And still looking for King of Samaria, right?
Oh, Jixon is about to catch up. Now has their Titan's Mitts and a blue potion for safety. Meanwhile, Dragon Strike killing the Armos Knights.
Unfortunately. So we got a lot of places to check now. We got the Smithies, the Purple Chest, the Ice Palace, Meyer.
I would say check Meyer.
Yeah.
Because there's still that looming thought of Pedestal.
Oh, Dark Death Mountain.
And Dark Death Mountain's also on the logic as well.
Yeah, all of Hookshot Cave, the Super Bunny Cave. Those are pretty good quick checks. I'd
And
probably go up there right away.
And Files seems to be fluting. It looks like it might be to 6.
Makes sense.
It is to 6. And it is... That looks like Bombos to me.
Okay.
I'm sure our trackers will double check that and make sure. Piece of heart and just some arrow boosters there. But that means that the pedestal is in play. It's a very slim chance, but it's still in play.
Yeah.
It all depends where Quake is.
As soon as we find that Samaria, we're gonna find out shortly after.
Someone asked if Kane can be on Ped. No, they cannot. Because you need the Kane of Samaria to reach Vitreous. There is a single switch that needs a Kane block.
So the nice thing about coming up to Death Mountain is you could check right away, basically, what... Oh, I guess he's going to Dark World first. Never mind. You could check right away what the medallion needed is and just open up Turtle Rock while you're on your way to the other items.
Yeah, but they're gonna get the items first. It makes a little bit more sense. And medallion pending. You just need that Kane of Samaria to show up. Alright, Boss is not wasting any time. Turtle Rock is Bombos. It is just find the Kane of Samaria and we are in go mode. Pedestal is dead.
Pedestal is deadestal.
So I'm saying we might have got the Meyer medallion wrong, and it was actually Ether.
Same thing, really.
It doesn't really matter what Meyer's medallion is. It is in the long run. We have it. Everyone has it.
Well, they know where it is, at least.
Alright, let's see if we can get a better confirmation here on Dragon Strike Zen. Oh yeah, it was Ether. It was just off camera, just enough that I could not catch it properly.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you from chat. That person in chat for pointing that out to us. I'm sure trackers would appreciate it.
We may have another divergence. Whoever goes to Ice versus whoever goes to Maya.
Well, I would say Meyer might be the play here. Oh, bird toss! First time I actually got to say that. I'm kind of happy.
Nice. Let it defrost in the mire.
One of our trackers, Def Bhutan, hard as he threw down into the reshape. Yeah, it is kind of. Just saw me picking up Ether. We're looking for Kane of Samaria.
There's only 2 items in here, so once you get that second item, you could just leave right away. But yeah, there are a lot of keys, so...
Yeah, you need Turtle Rock to even enter its, get past its first room, rather. Alright, Files. What is over here? What did you find? It is the map. Starting straight now with butter. Wow, Jixon has not been to Swamp yet. The only runner not to go to Swamp. And we know that's where Tempered is. So yeah, it looks like everyone is going to Mire first, and I'm completely agreeing with this. Pendant Ice can just melt. Fire Shield found for Files.
I don't think it's that much worse than Pendant Mire when you're only looking for a single item.
Well, for me, I've actually got a little bit of a history with that.
Oh, jeez.
One time I didn't gamble Pendant Mire. It turns out all my progression was there. And the one next time I had Pendant Ice, rather, I went all the way to the back. I went all the way through. It had nothing.
Ain't that always the way?
Alright, so Big Chest here has to have something. In terms of progression. Is it true vanilla? It is not! Beatrice has the other item, but it cannot be the Canis Amoria. It isn't most likely an Ice Bounce at this point. Or on the Blacksmith route. Let us see where Files goes.
Or Hammer, what is it, Pig Cave?
Yeah, looks. I consider that part of the Blacksmith route, because you check that out when you, yeah, you check that when you, have Jeremiah with you.
It's like 3 items on that route. 3 items in ice. And really nothing else.
Yeah, so this is okay routing here. Files is going to check the, Pay Cave first. Not gonna check, the frog just yet.
Which I guess makes sense, because if you find the cane in Pig Cave, then you still have to...
Go on for Files!
Yeah, that's nice, because you won't have to actually take back the frog.
That's only like, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah. And you could just save quit out of here, too.
Someone is asking what Koku is asking what is randomized swords. Uncle does not give you a sword, they give you a weapon. In this case, for this seed, it was the Cane of Berna, along with a full magic refill. It was in Chisel. What was... You're about to see it. What was in Peg Cave as Dragon Strike is picking up the Canis Amoria and is now in go mode themselves. But has to get rid of Jeremiah first. This is a race between Files and Dragon Strike at this point. This is going to get real close real quick. And we are approaching the hour 30 mark. Dragon Strike sees Jeremiah, has to take him away, return him. And Files is entering Turtle Rock. But yes.
Yeah,
one more time,
you have to walk a little forward in the house to drop him off.
Yes, but I want to say this one more time. Give it up for our featured four here. They are putting on an excellent racehorse, and it is getting real close, real fast. This is going to be a great one.
Now, will he be able to dodge the portal? You can just pick up a bomb to walk right through it.
Yeah, I
Looks
did
like
not
it's just gonna
know that actually.
go in.
Dragon Strike is spamming that flute. He wants to get to Turtle Rock now. And I do not blame him. This is a race. Thankfully, Turtle Rock is one of the slower dungeons. Because of all the keys in here, you pretty much have to check every chest.
Mm-hmm.
But finding the small key and the big key right away. So we'll have access to those, thankfully. Jixon, meanwhile, has finally found their tempered sword and is checking Swamp through the rest of Swamp Palace. Chizame is now in go mode themselves, having found the Cane of Samaria. Looks like all three of our runners will be getting close to a sub 2 here. And with Butter, Blue Mail, and the Red Mail's on Dragon Strike's part, as well as the Silver Arrows, this Ganon fight will be a piece of cake. So it's literally going to come down to execution going up the tower, and also a little bit of luck where the big key to Ganon's Tower is. Yeah, the runners on the left actually found the red mail. The runners on the right did not check Desert Ledge, I believe, and thus do not have their red, or only on blue mail. And Zelda Bunny Sprite.
Being extra careful with those anti-parries. Magic is very important in this dungeon.
Yeah, very important indeed. And unfortunately, I see in the RC that we have another one that has succumbed to the seed. And wishing for pass for the previous version.
Files opting to take the balcony over to the big chest. You could just go right through the pokey room and continue on.
Yeah, but
Quite a
getting.
bit faster.
Well, yeah, but
Key is nice. Okay.
Keys might be the small issue here. And with two small keys, he can skip Laser Bridge, which is the other reason why he did that.
Uh-huh.
Seal is apparently arriving later. That's what the mirror randomized swords. Swords may not be on Uncle. Instead, he will give you 1 of 7 weapons. Today we had the Cane of Burna. And don't be concerned to think, oh, well, I'm never gonna have the sword again, am I? You can set us that Uncle forces a sword. We just don't have it on this specific race.
I definitely like the concept. I think.
Oh yeah, it's a
I
nice
think
little
that should just be standard now.
I kind of like it because it makes you have to go through escape different ways, which actually tests your capability of combat. And not quite a zero cycle there on Files. I know this because one of the heads got away. And a nice clean kill of Trinex in 1 hour 31 minutes.
So what are the options for Uncle now? Is it bombs, fire rod, the 2 canes, hammer, and bow?
Yeah, as well as just, just them still having a sword.
Okay.
And with the bow, you get 30 arrows. With the bombs, you get 10. And with any of the magic weapons, you get a full magic refill. And I think on easy mode, the ammo consumption is infinite. The ammo and magic you just have like infinite of the ammunition for that.
For escape specifically?
Yeah. And we're seeing guesses here. We're not going to fire up the bot here, but yeah, get your guesses in the chat, folks. Where do you think our big key is? It's going to be one of 22 chests here.
No cheating.
I'm going to say compass chest because that's my usual one.
I like to go with 8. Like a lot of other people.
Files is going full left.
Interesting. So normally number 8 would be the devil room with the fire bars.
Files doing Dark Magician route.
Nice. I like it.
Checking that at Stalford room, then going right side. And yeah, big chest is not an option because that would be locking itself, and that is impossible. You need the big key to climb the tower. Dragon Strike is finished off Trinex, and Shazame not that far behind. It will be a very tight race between those two to see who comes out in top.
Now, I'd assume you need the big key to boot. You can't really lock it inside itself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Compass Chest was checked and it only had 300 rupees. Oh well, maybe next time. Dragon Strike knocking the bearer down at 1 hour 35 minutes in.
I personally prefer seeing full right side.
But ladies and gentlemen, we have a finisher. The winner of this daily race is El Magus, clocking in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 36 seconds. GG to him. And right behind him is Salty Fry with 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 1 second. Wow, this is a really hot race for first. It's just a shame that it wasn't on our featured 4. GG to both of those guys.
So I'm guessing they found the big key.
Oh, yeah. And today our big key is in the middle. It's either on Bob. Actually,
Or below.
we're actually gonna see Bob.
Or in Tower Room.
Oh boy, if it was Tower Room, that'd be amazing. Third place is in the Vinyl Knight with a time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, 9 seconds. And it was their first race ever, so they put up an excellent time.
Wow.
Third place for their first race ever, not bad. Alright, so it's behind our sunroofs, we now know this, or is it in Tile Room? It is True Vanilla in its original little spawn location. Up the tower goes Files.
Classic.
And we have fourth place coming in now. It's Sonicam with an official time of 1:38:22. I was having a little bit of trouble with the mimics here. Overall, this was a pretty fast seed, actually, now that I think about it. Our runners here on the Peach 4 just got trolled by that Titans bit a little bit. And there's Quake!
Fowles was pretty much on a roll until Titans met and Kane.
Yeah, that slowed us down a little bit. Alright, so very clean gauntlet from Files. Getting a double kill on Moldorm 2. Moving on to the Wizard section.
Yeah, we actually have a really close race between Chisame and Dragon Strike as well.
Yeah,
So
it is a race up the tower right now.
really room for room.
Yeah, if I had to say, Dragon Strike is half a room behind, but Execution can pull him right back ahead. Meanwhile, Files is climbing up to the Moldorm 4, and Jixon is in Turtle Rock, so they're on the heels here. And was not trolled by Ether as well, so saved him a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
And fifth place has come in, Nikki Noel, with an official time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 24 seconds. So it is a race to the top 10 here for Files, Dragon Strike, and Chisame. Let us see if any of them can make it. Molder 2 down for Files. Not checking Troll Arm's chest. Using contents alone. 6 places are now coming in. Maximum Barnage with a time of 1:41:59.
I always like the second Aghanim fight.
Yeah, Aga 2 here. Gotta reflect 6 shots back at the solid Aghanim. Thankfully, there's always a chance to damage him. And with Files defeating Aga 2, it is now time to fight the pig. 6 slashes a phase. 4 more on phase 3, and then 4 silver arrows to the pig, and that is GG for Files. Alright, so far a pretty clean grand fight from Files. This is where things get a little tricky here. Looks like not too many trolls here.
Let's see if we could see maybe a couple of doubles.
How about a triple?
That'd be nice.
No, it's just a double. And Files has slain Ganon. With an official SRL time of 1 hour 44 minutes and 6 seconds, 7th place. I should see if he wants an interview now.
Not bad.
Yeah, very nice, very respectable time.
Solid execution. Good routing. Didn't work out perfectly, but when does it?
When you're on a... What it works out is when you do it perfectly, which is almost impossible.
Especially when someone's watching.
Exactly. And right behind Files, we have Yagimoth in 8th with a time of 1 hour 45 minutes 28 seconds. Shizame has defeated Aga 2 and is moving on. And we have our top 10. Murdoch's all with 9th, 1 hour 45:47. And Gyardo in 10th with 1:45:50. Sniped. There was a snipe. Ouch. Your Uncle Sparks. So hey, they also gave a message for Uncle for randomized source. That's nice.
Oh, nice.
And I see Files is in the waiting room. Shall we pull him in?
Yeah, why don't we?
Greetings, Files, and congratulations on being the first of the feature 4 to finish. Was this scene, man? Walk us through it.
Thanks. I'm actually a little surprised. I full cleared 2 pendant dungeons. I could not believe when I got done with Turtle Rock that nobody had done yet, but I'll take it.
Well, just to give you an update on the feature 4 that we see, Chisame is in Phase 4 Ganon, and Dragon Strike has just broken open the pyramid. Meanwhile, Jixen is now in Ganon's Tower.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I was trying to remember where Mushroom was. Was Mushroom in Pod? I forgot where I picked it up.
Mushroom was in Pod in that little chest right at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was a weird scene. Like you could have gone into Pod early and gotten mitts, but I doubt a lot of people did.
Actually, Jixen did, but he never turned into the Mushroom until much later.
Oh no. But yeah, that was an interesting scene. The logic was quite interesting. Gave you a lot of stuff early. It was kind of nice knowing that nothing I needed could be on pedestal, so I didn't feel bad about doing Skull Woods without the book early because I knew that wasn't possible unless it was a medallion on there, but that was pretty rare.
Yeah, the only medallion you could have been into that, as far as we were aware, was Quake, but we eventually found that.
Yeah, Quake. The wavy coin was hiding in G Tower.
Yeah, that was the only way, and if Meyer was actually Quake at the time when we did not know the medallions, that would have just guaranteed it. We knew where Ether was, and we knew where Bombos was.
Yeah, I was really worried that Samaria was going to be somewhere awful, so once I got the mitts, I was like, all right, we need to go to Turtle Rock, or we need to go to the East Death Mountain, get the stuff on the way up, and then eyeball Turtle Rock, because I need to know what that medallion is right away. And the fact that it was Bombos, but Ether was up there, and I knew that Meyer was Ether, I was like, all right, it's time to get out the dice and start rolling them. So I went straight into Meyer instead of checking the other easy mitts locked locations.
All right, we got a bunch of finishers here. We have Chisame in 11th, 147.25. Killer App in 12th, 148.42. And then Dragon Strike in 13th with 148.48. And then Fox Zero, 149.14.
Oh wow, a lot of people coming in.
Yeah, and we gotta see about getting some interviews here.
Yeah, that late mitts may have helped you guys out a little, just funneling you into the crystal dungeons.
Yeah, this is gonna be getting quite hectic here, so bear with us.
But yeah, the late mitts, all it really got me was that I avoided ice and a couple of the Lake Hylia locations. But skipping Ice Palace is definitely noteworthy. That's 5 to 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all in all, a pretty interesting seed. I am liking the. I've only run like 4 or 5 of the version 29 logic, but overall the seeds feel nice. I don't know. I'm looking forward to racing more of this, and the new standard is really interesting. It's like a combination of open mode and the old casual mode. Makes the escape a little more interesting.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And we now see the Andy finishing in 15th place with 150.32. Kind of surprising for him, but I guess he got trolled kind of a bit. All right, we see Chisame there. And Dragon Strike will be joining us via Twitch chat, it seems. So let me go ahead and pull in Chisame here. And GG to you, Chisame.
Welcome, welcome.
GG's.
That was an amazing race from your part. Unfortunately, kind of trolled by the boots a little bit.
I felt more trolled by the ether bait. I found it and I was like, oh no, please don't be Meyer. Please don't be Meyer. And then I was still.
Don't worry, I think the only one who didn't get fooled by the ether bait was Jixen. And they are still working on finishing. Unfortunately, Jixen, he actually had the chicken clip soft lock.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got out of it real quick though.
That's the equivalent of going bowling and then dropping the ball on your foot.
Yeah, I just don't touch the ball. That's how you get away with it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dragon Strike actually got the clipped right through into the second room. So
Yeah, I think my chicken bowling was a gutter ball, and it went in, but didn't go all the way through. It feels bad, man.
yeah, it happens sometimes.
So, Chisame, I heard you talk about late boots. Did you get were boots your go mode item?
I went to Sahashala for boots after dipping desert, and like, oh, it's boots locked. Oh, there's boots in here. Oh god, it's been like over an hour. Let's go back to desert and gamble bow in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Files was like in desert, like as you were leaving.
Oh.
Yeah, Chisame was actually the last person to go to Eastern area because they instead opted to go up the mountain first.
Yeah, it looked like such a good route, finding that moon pearl and sword, but it just kept leading you further and further away from boots.
Yeah, I kept thinking as soon as I get bow, I'll do all of it together. As soon as I get bow, and then it just never happened.
And thanks to Dragon Strike Speed, we now know what the pedestal was. It was just a piece of heart.
All right, well, GG guys. It was a fun seed. I'm gonna bow out. You guys have a good evening.
Yep.
GG is pretty fun seed.
Yeah, definitely
too.
GG.
And we've had a bunch more finishers coming in. We had Alus 24 in 16th, 151.16. Roach in 17, 152.32. Gus in 18th, 152.39. And 1 second later, lunchtime with 19th, 152.40. We're just getting all the runners in right now. Gee. And now El Minister in 20th, 154.01. But yeah, Chisame. The other thing that was kind of interesting to the seed was, I think it would have to be the Titans event there, just the way it was set up.
Pretty much following the logic, you would kind of get mitts as the second to last item just from a bow being so late.
Yeah. Also, Chisame, both Jixen and Dragon Strike actually have the red mail. And neither you or Files did. Red mail was actually on Desert Ledge.
And I'm not sure if that was a conscious decision not to get the red mail or just not check it. Well, I guess you would have checked it if you were still looking for like everything else.
Alright, Jixen is now about to fight the pig. Only as tempered, though. The only runner who did not get butter. Which I think was, for everyone, it was pretty much in Hochake, so. And it seems we've had another, someone succumb to the seed here. The comment can't find the meme. I assume that they had trouble finding the Cane of Samaria, which was actually somewhat cleverly hidden behind the Titans Myth. Meaning that peg cave. So yeah, now we're seeing Jixen here with the Ganon fight.
It was a pretty fast seed, but you still wound up pretty much searching almost everywhere.
Oh, Jixen takes a fall.
Basically everywhere but ice.
Oh, somewhere along the way, Jixen found the cape.
Yeah, it was on the last chest up Cannon Tower. Behind
It was in
Trollbone
Mulder's chest!
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting. Jixen's also the only runner who didn't have half magic.
Yeah.
Completely forgot to check the back just
Although,
to
it does have blue question, I believe.
Yeah, does have that safety. So yeah, folks, the race is winding down here just a little bit. We're gonna finish up here strong with Jixon fighting Ganon. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and let you guys know that we are not done with daily races for today. We are gonna have one more at 10 for you Eastern Standard Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly. For you Europeans, I believe it'll be like 10 CST or something like. No, I don't know times very well.
That would be... Oh man, now I have to do the math. It's 4 a.m. in Europe, 5 a.m.
Yeah. But when you join us then, it will be the daily challenge seed, apparently, from what I understand. That's just what's written on the schedule. It might be different. Oh my goodness! I have to wait a little bit here, folks. But Jixon comes in 21st with a time of 1:58.14. Right behind him in 1 second difference, Guitar Girl T59. It's 1:58.15.
So many 1 second snipes this race.
Yeah, a lot of really close finishes
I guess.
there. But yes, we have all of our racers finished. And right behind him is Sinha and Fantasy for 1:59.17, 1:59.25. Yeah, the race is coming to a close here. We've only got maybe 8 more finishers left, if that. And I see Jixon in the waiting room. I'm going to go ahead and pull him in. GG Jixon. Very nicely done despite not having the half magic.
Thank you. I never found it. Obviously, where was it?
It was in the big key chest of Eastern Palace. You forgot about getting it.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd already gotten all 3 items, so I never went over there.
Yeah, you also didn't have the butter sword, which everyone else had. That was in, I believe, Hookshot Cave for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was, set by that time, so I didn't even open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last item that you didn't have over the runners was Ether, which was at Floating Island, which was actually a wild goose chase from a couple of them.
Yeah, I saw it when I was up there the first time, and if I needed to grab it, I would have, and opened Hookshot and looked at it, but I saw it was Bombos and just went right in.
Yeah. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of bad news here. You saw that the myths led to the mushroom. You were actually the first person to find the mushroom, and you could have had that advantage a lot sooner than all of our other featured runners.
Well, that's not fun. I don't know why I held on to it so long.
Yeah, but hey, at least you finished in a reasonable time. Sub 2 is pretty okay.
Absolutely. I've never done the randomized swords these before. I was happy with the Cane of Burna, to be honest.
Yeah, having some form of invulnerability right at the start is nice. But did you enjoy this scene? Anything?
I did. There was nothing exceptionally trolly that I felt, even if I missed a few items other people grabbed.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah, this was a pretty okay seed. At least in terms of the randomizer. Could have been a lot worse.
And when you
absolutely.
got the mitts, it made sense to, you didn't really lose time, I don't think, from just putting it off for so long.
No, I just was, it helped me. I probably in the end, I didn't go anywhere near the mire area. I didn't go into ice.
No one went into ice.
Good. No one should go into ice.
No one should go into pendant ice specifically. Unless pendant is required.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, okay. So it looks like it was a heart piece on the pedestal. I was a little worried that something might be on there.
Yeah, the only thing that could have been on there at the point when it was actually relevant was the Quake Medallion. But we found that.
Yep, right in GT. So that would have been nothing.
Yeah. So any final thoughts on the seed files? Or not file. Wrong name. Jixon, yeah. Sorry. Getting a little confused here.
That's right. Nothing exceptionally. It was, quite fun. I'm glad to have my first randomized swords out of the way. I was happy it wasn't bomb start, not gonna lie. Even if we got some in the house, which was welcome.
Yeah. So yeah, folks, that's what we're gonna do here. Make sure to give all 4 of our featured runners here a follow, as well as Feasel and the Speed Gaming Network. Also, give a follow to our trackers. There's Minimax, as well as Futon, and my co-com here as well, Jagger, also could use a follow. I have been Wolflink0370, and from all of us here at Links to Fast Randomizer, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Later, folks.
Bye.